Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bhagya and today we are gonna do a plan with me for the year 2021. So before going into the video, I just wanted to say last 1 month I had lots of thoughts and doubts about pursuing my medicine further. I was like doubting myself if I could actually make it into it or I might be left with doing nothing. It took almost weeks before I realized that it was all in my head. The uncertainty we are living in with these days, it actually messes up with our head. So I wanted my 2021 to be a more organized one. And the biggest asset of bullet journaling is that it is very flexible. I've been doing journaling for last 3 years now, and every year I learn more from it, and each thing makes a big difference in my life. So the current journal which I'm using is my own self-designed journal, which says as precise as my scalpel, and this is what I made for myself, and these are actually available in my store, which I'm going to tell you later. But why I took up this journal is because I'm sure I will doubt myself again in my future also, and I want my journal to make sure that I don't do that. It will remind me every time I doubt myself and every time I think I this might not be what I want. I just wanted my journal to be a perfect reminder for me every time I take up, and this is going to be with me for the whole year. So I thought this would be a great asset for me right now. And coming to the description of the notebook right here, it is a A5 160 GSM paper which is present in dotted right now. This is a dotted notebook and which has a um, 192 pages notebook, and it's a hardback one and a self-designed. The details and the further details and description of this will be present in the Instagram store I have, and also in my Instagram handle, which will be given down in the description below. Please do check that out. Again, this is just a recommendation. You can use this notebook or any notebook which is sturdier enough to get you through all the 6 months or for the first 6 months for your bullet journaling. So the first thing I wanted for my 2021 journaling is that to have a specific theme. I'm always drawn to moons and stars. I love making them and playing with black and white monochromes, and so I thought, why not make the whole year or the year at a glance one with the moons and stars. And also there were a few technical difficulties because I was not at home, so I cannot actually shoot a specific and a proper video of the planning while I'm making it. So this is gonna be a flip through video of 2021 journaling, while where I actually take you through all the spreads and explain you and talk to you about what was my thought and what was my thinking while making that spread. So before further ado, let's get started. First page is always the name page, so I wrote down my name here with a small Into the Wild quote down below. I specifically took this quote because it is as if going into the forest with don't know what comes in front of us but still so intrigued to move further. I thought this would be a perfect quote for starting into 2021 after having such a dreadful 2020. So that's gonna be my quote for the year. And the next page is the key. I made a half moon with small flowers on it. I kept this all white and black. My key are very few and easy. I don't do much stuff, so it's only 6 of them, of which I think I might use 3 more, and other 3 of them maybe sometimes and not. Then the one on the right is a little 2021 title page with moon and some flowers, and a small envelope where I'll place my letter containing what I want to do with my year. This is something new addition to my journal. I always made my journal for to-do list to keep track of my classes and preparation, but this year I wanted it to be more goal oriented, to keep specific goals and actually track them. So the envelope here, it contains the actual goal of all the aspects I wanted, a final goal, and I would come back and see where I was and where I am after the year by the end of 2021. The next is a future log. It's a routine spread I made, all 12 in one stretch, because I don't have a lot of events planned as of now this month. I made a black circle and filled it with months with my white Uniball pen. Another new addition to my journal is Memories 2021. I'm yet to decide if I want to sketch or paste pictures, but every month gets a circle here, and I'm gonna add the best memory of the month. So When I flip back, I get a whole glance of the year at once. This whole page is dedicated to reading. If you follow me, you'll know I've been big on reading books in 2020, so I wanted to have a good space to log down all the books I read. This page here has a small shelf with books on it, which I will fill as I read the books. On the right, I have Book of the Month space where I'll write down my favorite book. Below it is a finances list which holds all the money I spent on books. I have a separate reading journal plan for the year where I'll write down all my views and reviews and also my 5-star, 4-star books in there. So do let me know if you want me to make a video about the reading journal in the comment section below. This is my biggest and most favorite spread in my whole journal. I decided it's time for me to start budgeting and I found these spread ideas from Papery Thoughts. They are really good. I'll link her video down below. Do check her out. I took a spread, made some tiny changes, and this was the outcome. The left had allotted the left has the allotted budget for whole 6 months, which is divided on the 4 columns I wanted. A small quote below, which I loved so much. It says, spend whatever is left after saving. I made a Dutch door kind of spread, so the next 6 pages are for 6 months, each month having a space for expenses every day, and on the left, the amount allotted for each month. On the right is the savings section, which again I'm planning to start because I'm really bad with savings. Below is a quote, live below your means but within your needs. The next is yet another favorite page, the goals page. I decided I'll have different goals for different aspects of my life and make further decisions depending on them. I made a moon with flowers and added goals on the top. I divided mine into 4 parts, the career, financial, personal and mental health, business and YouTube channel. Also, I added small goal check-in dates where I can come back every 4 months and see how far I came through. The next 2 pages are for my Instagram and YouTube ideas I get, so I can write them down and don't forget. This spread is an important one for me. 2020 had a great impact and effect on my mental health. I faced anxiety while I'm still struggling to get back to normal limits, so I wanted a space where I can ask myself a few questions and see where I am at that moment. This is a mental health self-reflection page. On the left, I made a few questions for myself and left some space to write down anything when I want to write. And on the right, I made some craft paper and wrote down breathe, let go, and remind yourself that this very moment is the only one you know you have for sure. It's a beautiful quote from Oprah Winfrey, and I really wanted to make myself remind that this is the time I have to live in. The next page is a tiny YouTube growth tracker page. I'm experimenting with this. Let's see where I'll be by the end of the year. Do subscribe to my channel if you like to know more about med school hustle and journaling. Okay, a small advertising. Coming back to the next page, it's a bucket list page. I'm still figuring out what I should add in here. I've started to be conscious on how I spend my money right now. So this is gonna be the things I know for sure I need them and a few or 1 or 2 things which I think I can splurge on. And the last spread is the recommendation spread. I have a lot of notes in my phone of the things and movies I find from few people which are usually left unattended. So I wanted to have a dedicated page to write down all of them and flip back whenever I feel bored so I can actually watch them. So this is my 2021 bullet journal setup. Do let me know what your favorite one is. Mine is the budgeting section, as I said, which I added this year. You can also follow me on the Instagram. The handles of them is given down below. Also, if you like any of the spreads and if you want to recreate them, and do tag me if you post them in your Instagram. I would love to watch them. On a small note, I have a tiny store in Instagram, of which the website is yet to create, but still, I have a tiny planner and notebook store which is under the name the med school student store, and I actually take up the DMs right now, but you can go check them out and let me know if you liked any of them. It would be really great if you just go and check them out. And also, yeah, and it's Christmas, so Merry Christmas to everyone. Until the next video, bye bye and have a safe holiday.